Alright, we're gonna continue where we left off, which was... We're gonna do this.
Iba, the speaker over there.
An ice pick Right. No. The control room of the merry-go-round. What is your plan once I am inside?
It is a control room. I didn't expect to see this inside.
A bird cage. There are ripped pieces of paper inside. All right, leave it to me. It is heavier than it looks.
Alright, we're in the left tree.
Nothing happened.
All I did was move the cage. There are torn pieces of paper.
Agent Date, you've got 5 minutes.
And toss. Oh, shit.
Leave it to me. I enjoy puzzles like this. Done.
No.
But...
You were able to get out?
Mizuki must be having a hard time.
But the cage is gone. We can get to Mizuki now.
Do you not see the horses spinning at hurricane speeds?
You can do it if you try a little.
No, you can't.
All right, fine. We have to stop the spinning.
The panda head is spinning. A horse?
Well, pandas and horses are pretty similar.
What?
They are completely different. Are you blind?
Yeah, well, they both have 5 letters.
Great comeback.
How is that relevant? The panda head is spinning. Bring it on.
Oh my god.
The centrifugal force is gonna tear it apart.
I see. Spinning it makes it go faster.
How do we slow it down?
The panda head is...
Agent Date, you've got 4 minutes.
Why?
Maybe it's like the speaker before.
I see. These were also linked.
That's right.
Mizuki!
Let's go to her.
Got it. It's Mizuki!
Slap her! Oh god.
Mizuki.
Hmm.
Are you okay?
Date. Date!
Looks like she can talk again.
Yay.
Say, Mizuki, who was that figure I saw?
What?
In Somnium, in your dream, I saw a silhouette.
Date, Mizuki would not understand the question. She does not experience somnium as you do. You are witnessing a dream inside her brain.
Never mind. Did you see anyone at the merry-go-round the night you found Shoko?
I did. I saw someone in the corner past the merry-go-round.
Who did you see?
I don't know. It was dark and raining. They looked scary, so I hid inside the merry-go-round. The door was open a little bit, so I snuck in. I'm fine now, but I didn't forget your promise.
I promise?
Stu, you said you'd take me.
So you heard that, huh?
Aphonia only affects speech. Her hearing should still be intact.
Sure, Mizuki. When we're all done here.
I can't tell you,
Why not?
because I don't want to.
That's not a reason. You were at the scene of the crime because of that Nile message. Whoever sent it to you is a prime suspect.
I don't think she is going to answer. When she is in a mood, it's impossible to get her to talk. That's the kind of girl she is.
Sometimes I think you know her better than I do.
How long do you think I've been observing her?
It's been 4 years now.
Correct. I know things that even you do not know.
Like? Actually, never mind. Some things I'm better off not knowing.
By the way, we already looked into Mizuki's cell phone. Unfortunately, the contents were wiped.
I'm tracing the sender of the Nile message through other means, but it's taking me some time.
I told you I'm fine. So annoying.
I annoyed you already, huh?
The pressure is annoying.
What pressure?
force over area measured in pascals, dummy.
I see she is back to her usual self. Her attitude is within normal parameters.
I think I liked her better when she was silent.
How would I know? We still don't have enough information. Continue your investigation, Special Agent. Yeah, I'm glad she's talking again. You healed the wounds in her heart by syncing with her. Well, you meaning you and Iba.
The boss has extraordinary perception. I deserve much of the credit for helping Mizuki recover her voice.
All you did was follow my instructions.
Date, Mizuki needs you. Protect her. Right, there was something. Hey, Mizuki. When we found you, you were holding the ice pick, right? Can you tell us why?
When I got there, the ice pick was stuck in my mom's eye. I couldn't think straight. The only thing I could think was I had to get it out.
So you panicked and pulled it out.
Yeah,
And you held on to it when you hit in the column.
yeah.
Okay, just one more question. This is very important. When you pulled out the ice pick, was Shoko's eye still there?
I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
The eye socket was empty.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mizuki. That was very helpful.
Boss shines in moments like this. She doesn't hesitate to ask anything.
Now we know that Mizuki did not remove the victim's eye,
When we got to the scene, it was definitely missing.
and it has not yet been recovered. We can therefore conclude it has been removed from the scene.
No need to report specifics. We saw it all from here in the control room. What the sinker sees in Somnium is projected here, remember? We've got it all recorded.
Isn't it incredible? I invented it.
Anyway, we know about the figure you saw. I wonder who that could be.
Iba is linked to your brain with an artificial nerve. To put it more simply, Iba is a part of your brain. During syncing, your consciousness is sent into the subject's Somnium. Part of Iba's self is also synced, but only a part. Not all of Iba's functions are transferred into Somnium.
So that's why Somnium Iba is so dumb.
Don't call me dumb.
Hey, Pewter. When we were in Somnium earlier, Iba was in human form. She's never looked like that before.
That was Iba's idea.
What?
I thought you would be more pleased. I designed it to your taste.
What part of that was my taste?
I know everything inside your mind. You don't have to hide it.
Pewter, Iba's broken. She's talking crazy.
I am not broken.
Perhaps Iba admires the human form.
It's not that. It was just a little something. I consider Kaname Date to be my host. I owe him gratitude. I simply thought that appearance would make him happy.
Why would that make me happy?
No, that. I saw it too.
Who or what do you think it was?
Most likely someone Mizuki saw in person projected into her subconscious. Dreams can only be constructed from images and experiences the subject was present for. Mizuki's Somnium couldn't have contained that figure if she didn't see it in person. Of course, not everything we see in our dreams looks exactly the same as it did in the real world. You saw some strange things in Somnium earlier, didn't you, Date? That event you experienced is obviously not as it happened in reality. Dreams are a collage of many memories, intertwining and blending with each other. Your skills as a sinker allow you to untangle those dreams and solve mysteries no one else can.
Pewter, Who do you think the culprit is?
Well, let's see. Perhaps it was you, Special Agent Date.
What?
I'm kidding. In a normal dream, the person experiencing the dream cannot remove themselves from it. Dreams are first-person experiences. However, the circumstances are slightly different during a sync. The syncer dives into the subject's mind and experiences their subconscious thoughts. But this dream is experienced as an observer, as though you were watching a play. The subject is the author, director, and actor. The syncer is merely the audience.
Anyway, I get the story. Mizuki witnessed a suspicious person at the scene, but she didn't get a good look at them.
Maybe there's something at the scene we missed. Date, could you return to the scene of the crime? There might be more to Bloom Park than we first thought.
Somewhere around here, right?
Yup. What do you care? You never cared about me ever, and I liked it that way. I don't want you getting close to me. You think I like you now because I hugged you after the sink? Did you think, aw, how sweet, she likes me? Don't get it twisted. I only hugged you because you were standing right in front of me. Could have been anything. Could have been a pole or a cactus. In fact, I wish it were a cactus. So stop worrying about me, okay?
So she says.
You saw that person standing here, right? A man?
Yeah,
What was he doing?
I don't know, it was dark. But I think he was watching me. He was standing there in the rain with no umbrella. But I don't remember anything else. I got scared and went to hide inside the column. Yeah, I do.
What do you remember?
I went to this amusement park when I was little. I was 4. I remember it so clearly. This is where I saw my mom and dad smile. I had so many happy memories here. The only happy memories I really have are from here. Memories of my family are so bright and colorful. But now, this is where Mom... Nothing. Just wondering where this goes.
Iba, what's past here?
This leads to the subway.
The subway?
It has of course closed down. It is no longer in service. This is due to the explosion at the chemical plant that occurred years ago. The surrounding district of Kawasaki was contaminated and declared off limits. Bloom Park closed for the same reason, as did all commerce and industry in Kawasaki. This means the railroads and public transportation to and from this area were shut down as well.
Iba, does the entire track run underground?
No. The track leading northward from Bloom Park eventually rises to ground level.
At a railroad crossing?
Correct.
Then the tracks must cross a surface street at some point.
Correct.
Iba, do me a favor. Can you see if any cars were driving on that surface street last night?
Searching.
Hey, you've been quiet for a long time. Are you okay?
I'm just thinking.
I've got something. I picked up a single vehicle traversing that street last night. A black SUV. I ran the plate through the vehicle registration database to find the owner.
Who was it?
Shoko Nadami's ex-husband and Mizuki's father, Renju Okiura.
So let me get this straight. You think that Daddy drove his car on the tracks through the tunnel, stopped at the closed-down station, and carried Mom's body to the park?
I can't prove it was Renju. There's a chance someone else was driving the car.
Yeah.
But in any case, I know that the suspect must have used the subway tracks. That explains why there were no cars parked near the scene. Using that subway station, he could take the body right to the merry-go-round without being caught on camera.
Daddy didn't do it.
I am not so certain.
Either way, I have to talk to Renju, and you can help me find him. Hey Mizuki, tell me again, the person you saw at the merry-go-round.
No, it wasn't Daddy. I know it wasn't.
You're sure?
Well, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to anyone who thinks my daddy is a killer.
Look, I don't want to believe it either. I've known him for more than 5 years now. He's like family to me. Mizuki, Renju sent you that now message, didn't he?
What?
I got this buddy of mine. Real bad personality, but real good with technology. I got some help from them.
Bad personality.
It was a message sent at 8:05 last night. Does it sound familiar? Mizuki, Daddy got caught up in something serious. Please come to Bloom Park's merry-go-round right away. Daddy needs your help. Please do as I say.
Yeah, that was it. It was from Daddy's phone. But I didn't want to say anything because that would make Daddy a suspect, so...
So you kept quiet.
Yeah. My dad's never said anything like that to me, ever. That he was counting on me? I had to go.
But you invited Ota along.
Bloom Park is in the middle of the Kawasaki district. There are a number of homeless individuals and a high crime rate there. Mizuki must have been worried about going alone.
But it couldn't be him.
Why not?
Daddy couldn't have sent the message. Someone else must have used his phone. And his car. Daddy wasn't driving the car either. Somebody else did it. The killer did it, not Daddy.
The only evidence we have so far leads to one conclusion. The cell phone and the car were both operated by Renju Okiura.
I think about a week ago. When I went to hang out at Lemniscape.
Did you notice anything different about him?
Nothing really. He was the same as usual.
And he didn't come to see you in the hospital, did he?
No.
Not even for his own daughter.
That is very unusual.
I don't remember. It was a while ago. What about you?
What about me?
You tried calling him.
I did. I called earlier, and I tried a few times last night.
And he didn't pick up?
No.
Date, incoming call from the boss.
Connected.
Hey, I just got the report from Iva. Renju is a suspect?
He's definitely suspicious.
I agree. I think he's our number one suspect. He's been acting strange since last night. He didn't come see Mizuki in the hospital, won't pick up his phone, and he vanishes after questioning. He doesn't have an alibi for the time of the murder either.
He doesn't?
No, not one we can corroborate.
So Renju was questioned at a local station?
That's right.
Then why didn't you keep him there?
Protocol. Nothing we could do. He wasn't a suspect then, and we had nothing to charge him with. We couldn't hold him. He didn't give us any new information. He didn't have much to say at all, really. Shoko's time of death was estimated to be about 5 p.m. yesterday. Renju claims that he was at home alone at the time, but that means no one can back up his story. Now, I told you he vanished. Where are you headed?
Renju's house.
Don't bother. I had local cops search the place. Didn't find anything.
Where could he be? All right, boss. Let me know if you find something.
You too. Keep me in the loop.
Where the hell did Renju go?
Sunpoke?
What?
Sunpoke. Or something.
Oh, Sunfish Pocket. Renju was telling me about that place. It's a maid cafe that he runs.
I found it. approximately 6.2 miles north-northeast in Akihabara.
Back to the mermaids. Or not.
Can't be.
Uh-oh. Poor Mizuki.
Renju.
You look awful. Have you been sleeping any?
My best friend was murdered, boss. I don't have it in me to sleep right now.
You were the first on the scene, so you know this better than anyone, but Renju was murdered. No way this was a suicide. And the fact that his left eye was removed tells me that this was the same killer as Shoko.
The serial killer.
The new Cyclops killer.
What?
That's the nickname that's been spreading around headquarters.
New?
Yes, several years ago.
Cuter.
There is no point in hiding it from him. He would find out on his own eventually. It's all over the news. These murders have gone viral, so to speak. The killings from 6 years ago have continued. The Cyclops killer is back.
6 years ago? Is that what you were talking about, boss?
Fine. I suppose you deserve to know. Of course not. I still got a mountain of work piled up. Answering to the higher-ups, the press. I'm just taking a little breather. She's sleeping at the hospital. They're going to give her counseling after she wakes up.
I see.
Her mother and her father. I hope she'll be okay. We have a name for it down at HQ. The original Cyclops serial killings, to distinguish it from this new one. It was 6 years ago in October. 4 bodies were found in the mountains of Akikawa Valley.
But the decomposition of the corpses were all at different stages. They were each killed sometime during May to September of that year.
But they did have 2 things in common. They were all young women, and...
Each corpse was missing their right eyeball, pulled out posthumously.
A few days after the corpses were discovered, the killer sent a statement to the press. I killed them, and they are now my dear companions. Something like that.
He signed the statement under the name Cyclops, hence the name the Cyclops Killer.
The Cyclops is a mythological race of one-eyed giants. According to Greek myth, they are the children of Uranus, god of the sky, and Gaia, goddess of earth. Cyclopes were known for their outstanding strength and smithing ability.
So the letter to the press wasn't a fake? It was the real killer?
Yes, it had to be.
A picture of one of the victims right after she was killed was sent along with the letter.
No, in 6 years we never got a single trace.
So maybe Cyclops is responsible for these murders as well.
No, that's impossible.
Why?
For one, the original Cyclops killer only killed women. Renju doesn't fit that profile. Second, all of the victims had their right eyes removed, but Shoko and Renju...
We're missing their left eye.
The timing of the eye removal is also inconsistent. The original Cyclops killer removed the eyes after the victims were killed. But Shoko and Renju were both still alive.
But even so, you can't say for sure this isn't our guy. Maybe they're just doing things a little differently now. Or do you have another reason?
I'm sorry, Date, I can't say anymore.
Bullshit, you can't.
It's a national secret.
How can it be a national secret?
Date, please, forget about it. I told you already, you don't need to know anything about that case to investigate this one. The criminal for this case and the case 6 years ago are not the same.
Iva, bring up all investigation records of the original Cyclops serial killer.
I already had a look through the database while you were talking. Unfortunately, I found no relevant information. I also did not discover anything of note on the internet. Only amateur theories, all lacking credibility and evidence.
Damn it.
Renju had his left eyeball removed.
Right. Shoko too.
So perhaps, Mr. Date, you are the killer. You're missing your left eye, so you steal them from others. I'm kidding. Only a joke.
I'm too tired for your jokes right now, Peter.
Actually, you lost your eye 6 years ago, correct?
Yes, but I don't remember anything from back then. I lost my eye and my memories.
I was transplanted into your empty eye socket a year later. We have been together for more than 5 years.
Am I not allowed to be here?
No, I didn't mean it like that.
I was here first. I was just talking to the boss about Renju's murder. 2 murders, one right after the other. How could I not be?
That's all we have for now.
All right.
Special Agent Date, we need you to continue your work.
Right. I think I'll head back to where Renju was found. Sunfish Pocket.
Date, you're exhausted. Why don't you get some sleep before you continue your investigation?
I'm fine. Let's go, Iva.
Understood. Date, the vehicle is accelerating 2% slower than usual. Did you put anything in the trunk?
No?
What about the back seat?
Back seat?
Oh, well.
Mizuki!
Hey, watch out! Eyes forward, stupid! I ditched the hospital. They're probably freaking out over there right now.
I'm taking you back.
No, don't! Nothing will change if I stay at the hospital all day. You're going to investigate, right? Take me with you. I can help.
How is a little runt like you gonna be any help?
I'm Renju's daughter. Maybe I'll notice something you don't. Something only his daughter would know.
I don't know.
My daddy was killed. I can't just stay at the hospital.
Fine. Don't say I never did anything for you.
You're going to take me along?
Just promise not to interfere with the investigation.
Got it. No, it's more like I don't like sitting still and moping all day. I've grown out of my brooding, pretentious teenager phase.
Odd thing for a preteen to say.
Are you not aware of Mizuki's mental prowess? She is far more developed than her classmates. She is even reading psychology papers by Alfred Adler.
Sounds pretentious to me.
It wasn't locked. I just opened the door. I've been here for like 10 minutes. Why don't your doors have auto locks? I know you like old cars, but you gotta lock the doors.
You should be a little more apologetic for someone who just got caught breaking into my car.
Mizuki does raise a valid point. If you are not more serious about security, you should consider replacing the car altogether.
You too? Hey, about Renju, do you have anything to tell me? Anything at all that might help?
Well, it's not about Daddy, but I heard from Daddy that Mom had a secret.
Shoko had a secret?
Did you know that Mom was the representative of an investment company?
Yeah, I did.
That whole company was a big scam.
Scam?
Well, I don't know the details. They start up a company to get people to invest in it, then shut it down on purpose and keep the money. She got really rich like that.
Shoko did this?
Yep.
By herself?
No, dummy. Of course it was with other people. I saw gangsters there sometimes. If she ever got into trouble, she had them take care of it.
I am scanning all known crime databases, but I cannot find any reports referencing this. They must have been extraordinarily careful.
I'm not okay.
So, you want to go back to the hospital? I'd be more than happy to drop you off.
That's not what I meant. Why are you always so pushy, Date?
I'm not pushy, I'm just worried.
You've got a weird way of showing it. Doesn't look like you're worried. You're just weird.
You've always got something smart to say, huh? You're just like Renju.
Date,
What about Daddy?
Nothing.
You have no tact, do you? This is why you're single and always will be.
That's where you're wrong, kiddo. I look like a single father when you're around. Chicks love it.
Yeah, chicks love to see creepy old men hanging out with a 6th grader.
Hey, what are you implying?
Ooh, did I make you mad? Now I'm stuck in a car with an angry old creepy pervert.
I am not an old creepy pervert. And even if you were my age, you're not my type.
Ew, I don't want to know about your type.
Hey, you started it.
Stupid old man.
Punk-ass kid.
Oh, Detective Date. Good to see you, sir. And this is...
Have you looked through the case file yet?
Oh, I am so sorry. She's the victim's...
Yes. Please let us through.
What?
I was asking for your name.
My name
It's him again.
Kagami.
They're gonna do it all over again.
Kagami. Kagami. I told you it's Kagami. I told you my name like 5 times.
Oh.
Hey, you. What's your name?
Seriously? It's Kagami. Stop bugging him, it's rude.
Excuse you? My best friend, Kagami and I are having a conversation.
Yeah, don't spoil our fun.
What?
No, not these past few days.
I thought so. Once this is over, get some rest, all right?
You too, Detective Date. No, we didn't find anything today.
each keg has a capacity of 20 liters. All 3 kegs were filled, and approximately 55 pounds each.
Dragon's Palace Pasta. 1,800 yen. 1,800?
Isn't that pretty average?
This is average?
I thought I already told you. Sitting around rotting away in that hospital would be worse.
Still.
I know what you're trying to say. For a little girl to find her dad like that and then want to go back to the scene, I think it's totally weird, right?
In fairness, it is also weird for an adult policeman to acquiesce such a request from a child.
But this is what I wanted. I didn't want to run away from it. I wanted to confront it. I didn't want to be weak. How could I forget? I'll never be able to get that image out of my head. Not until the day I die.
You were telling me earlier that you could spot things only a daughter would know.
I know what I said. I'll tell you if I notice anything.
Aiba, Did you get anything from the surveillance camera?
Unfortunately, no. All of the recordings from local surveillance equipment have been erased.
What about backups?
There are none. Nothing was uploaded to the cloud either.
What are you staring at, creeper?
I agree.
Nothing special.
Iva, can you check the operation records of this elevator?
Searching. Found it. The elevator records are sent automatically to building management, according to the record from yesterday. From 6:30 p.m. until the body was found, this elevator stopped on the second floor only once, at 8:55 p.m. The weight of the car's cargo was approximately 310 pounds.
Did you hear me? I said I'll tell you if I see anything.
Is that a spear?
It more closely resembles a harpoon of sorts. I believe this is a trident.
Any chance this was used in the murder?
No, there are no traces of blood on the trident, and no indication that Renju was stabbed. The capacity of this oil drum is 200 liters. It weighs approximately 44 pounds when empty.
Let me check inside. What?
There's something inside. This is the oil drum.
This is the kind of oil drum that has a lid, right?
Correct.
Let's open it. This is... This is the wristwatch Renju always wore. No doubt about it. But how did this get here?
Jeez, you're pushy. Pushy men are seen as desperate. This is why no one likes you. Besides, Date? Never mind. Just do your investigation or whatever.
What was she gonna say?
Now is not the time to worry about such things.
Hey, are you doing okay?
Oh, sorry. Just staring.
If you're having a hard time, you can tell me.
I'm fine. It's not like the body is lying here.
Are you really okay?
Yeah, I am. Don't you have an investigation to do? Or are you stalling?
Let's see. Already looked at both. Let me. Can't investigate the hook.
The corpse was strung up near this counter.
Of course, it's the counter.
The autopsy report indicates that the contents of the victim's intestines were excreted upon death. But no traces of that have been found in the area, nor on the corpse itself. This evidence makes it highly likely that Renju was killed somewhere else. It must have been considerably difficult to carry more than 150 pounds.
What do you mean?
Renju weighed approximately 158 pounds. I can estimate a person's weight by analyzing their bone structure, muscle, and fat.
Iba, can you recall the time we discovered the corpse?
Of course. The autopsy report discovered the presence of benzodiazepine. It is a common sedative. The dosage found in the victim's bloodstream was extremely high. It can be assumed that Renju's cognitive functions were heavily impaired before his death. This case bears similarity to Shoko's. The left eyeball was removed while the victim was still alive.
Strangulation?
Correct. The face shows clear signs of congestion, along with petechia around the face and throat. Both are clear evidence of asphyxiation.
Any indication of the murder weapon?
Most likely a twisted piece of cloth. The culprit approached Renju from behind and wrapped the cloth around his neck, choking him in an attempt to suffocate him. The specific cause of death is cerebral circulation failure due to vessel closure in the neck. Put more simply, the suspect strangled Renju to death from behind.
Do we have an estimated TOD?
Yesterday, around 8 p.m.
So Renju was murdered about 2 hours before Mizuki and I found the body.
The time of discovery was 10:20 p.m. You of course already know this, but you and Mizuki were the first to discover Renju's corpse. The body was hanged from the ceiling, similar to how a fish would be. A thick hook was embedded in the upper jaw, and the wires connecting to the hook were strung up on one of the ceiling beams. There was also a hook on the other end of each wire. The 3 beer kegs were attached to these hooks. We have found no fingerprints.
I think we've checked everything we need to.
I agree. We should compile our evidence and inferences.
Mizuki, you ready to leave?
What? But we aren't done investigating.
What do you mean?
There are still people I want to talk to. Well, there is one place. Have you heard of Golden Yokocho in the entertainment district? Daddy used to go to a place called Marble a lot. Maybe they know something about him. Yeah, Daddy owned Lemniscate and Iris works for them. She used to work here too.
So she might know something.
I'll call her.
Have any idea where she might be?
I don't know. Iris is into a lot of things. Yeah. Ota is in here all the time. He might know something. I'll call him.
Ota's phone is broken. He dropped it in a puddle.
Sounds like Ota. He's so clumsy.
We'd have to talk to him in person.
He's probably at Lemniscate or Matsushita Diner.
Lemniscate, Matsushita Diner, and Marble. Let's head out.
Okay.
Hello, welcome. You're Mizuki, right? Ota's friend?
Yep.
And you...
Oh, I suppose I should introduce myself more formally.
At least something a little more than flashing your badge.
My name is Kaname Date.
Mr. Date, what can I help you with? Oh, stop, you charmer. But you're not getting a discount out of me.
I knew you were a pedo, Date, but I didn't think you were a cougar hunter, too.
I am neither of those things.
Oh, everything here is delicious. But my personal favorite is our omelet rice.
Did you want to eat here?
No, I don't have much of an appetite. How's your stomach?
Same. I don't think I can eat right now.
I completely forgot. I wonder where he got off to. But he'll come back soon. He always does. Runs off, then comes back.
I'm beginning to have doubts about the management of this establishment.
I as well.
went out early this morning. I don't know where.
I see. Sorry to be a bother, but when Ota comes back, can you tell him to contact me?
Oh, well, sure.
Thanks, ma'am.
Okay, got it.
Date, let's go somewhere else.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I am friends with Oda. I've been here a few times.
Oh, what? Hey there, handsome.
Excuse me?
I cannot even right now.
Boobs.
Hold on, give me just one sec. Mizuki, do you know this guy?
Yeah?
Can you introduce me, please?
She is surprisingly unprofessional for a receptionist.
Come on, it's just not so bad.
Could you contain yourself for 5 minutes, Date?
I mean, yeah, but...
Yeah, of course we know each other. We're like best friends. We hang out, we party.
we do not party.
Hey! Yeah, totally. You never think about, like, my boss getting murdered, you know? Like, what are even the chances? That's like the odds of hitting the lotto. But I was kind of lucky in a weird way. Some of my old friends hit me up asking about it, you know?
She's like, what is
Feels
this
like we're
bitch saying?
alone or something.
She certainly found the bright side of this situation.
Haven't heard anything about that yet. The VP might take over. We might get absorbed by another office. Just when I got a job, too. Man, what am I gonna do if this place closes up? So, anyway, tell me, Date, what kind of girls do you like? Because I'm the committed type, you know? Would you consider me a candidate?
Well, we could go out sometime.
Wow, dude.
You disgust me.
Oh, my apologies. Never mind.
Iris? You mean Asa? She's recording a podcast in the underground studio.
Oh, that's why she didn't pick up the phone.
If you need her right away, I can try contacting her.
No, it's fine. This can wait until she's done.
For sure.
What?
For sure? As in, I got you?
I don't believe I've ever heard that sequence of sounds spoken out loud before.
Ota? Nah, haven't seen him today. How is he?
The receptionist knows Ota too?
Ota happens to be the kind of otaku who actually has social skills.
Those are the ones you have to watch out for.
Huh?
Nothing. Anyway, could you give me a call if Ota shows up? I have my number here.
Yeah, I got his number. I got his number.
Wow.
Let us pray that the privilege will not be abused. The most likely scenario is that the final decision was made by the head of the company.
Renju. Mizuki, let's go. Staying here would be a waste.
Yeah. Where should we go next? Oh, this is Dark Zone Kalimas!
Who?
Date, look! A cricket!
Is this it?
Yeah,
You know about this place?
yeah. This is where I met Renju for the first time.
Interesting. Didn't think this was your kind of spot.
This place is special. You can find all sorts of shady characters here. It's the best place for gathering information about a case. So that's why.
That is only a partial truth.
Shut up.
Huh?
Let's head inside.
Where is everyone?
It's been like this for a while. Not many people come here anymore. Mama should be here soon, though.
Okay.
In other news, at 6:10 p.m. yesterday, on the outer circle of the capital city highway in Minato District, Tokyo, a traffic collision occurred involving 5 cars and at least 1 truck. MPD has arrested the driver of the truck suspected to be the cause of the accident for negligence. The investigation is ongoing.
No. And what do you mean by that?
Nothing. Just let me know when you're tired. You can go home anytime you want.
You aren't really worried about me, you just think I'm annoying, right? Don't beat around the bush, just say it. But you know what? It wouldn't matter anyway because I'm not going home. Did what?
Sat at a table together like this. We haven't eaten dinner together in a while. After I finish working on this case, we should do it again.
Why? Because of what happened to my mom and daddy? I don't need that.
Date, this is where you need to take a stronger role as her guardian. Data suggests that children who eat alone are prone to mental imbalances and poor physical condition. The meals you prepare do have sufficient nutritional content. However, you need to make sure that Mizuki is eating all of it. Otherwise, your effort is wasted.
I told you I don't want to.
Why not?
Because... I don't like how you hold chopsticks. It makes me sick.
Really now. People have always told me that I have good technique. Some even say it's beautiful.
It's disgusting. Too clean. Besides, there's no point in eating together.
Why is that?
Because you don't talk when you're eating. I don't like sitting in silence.
Well, we don't have to be quiet.
It's fine, I don't like hearing you talk either.
I believe she has entered her teenage rebellion phase a year early.
This is gonna be rough.
It's okay.
Is it?
Yup.
Do you have a lot of friends?
Yeah, but I don't really like my elementary school friends. They're too immature. I have more fun with Iris and Ota.
I don't know if they're too immature. You're just very mature for your age.
You think so? The kids at school are so stupid. They gossip about who had their first kiss for days. I don't see why that's anyone's business.
These grade schoolers move fast.
Nah, not really. It's pretty normal nowadays.
You haven't kissed anyone yet, have you?
No, I'm not interested in that.
Oh, thank God.
Hey, Date. What did you and Daddy used to talk about when you were here?
I don't remember a lot of it. I was usually drinking pretty hard.
Don't worry, I have everything recorded. In fact, the conversation about you taking care of Mizuki took place here, at Marble.
Really?
The topic was brought up several times afterward, but the first time was here. 4 years ago, after drinking enough liquid courage, Renju asked you to take care of Mizuki. At the time, Renju was recently divorced, buried in work at Lemnisgate, and mentally unstable. It was a display of excellent judgment. It was a good thing that he managed to swallow his pride.
You think so? Sometimes, I don't think it was the right move.
You should have more confidence. I guarantee you that it was the best decision.
Let's hope so.
Date, honey. Long time no see.
Hey, Mama, how've you been?
Oh, tired and sore, but not in a fun way.
Watch the innuendo in front of the kid.
Oh, who is this?
Renju's daughter.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Oh, you're... It must have been hard. I saw on the news.
It's okay. Really.
Oh, must have been so hard. Stupid Ren. What was he thinking, leaving his little girl like this? Oh. Oh.
Hey, Mama. I wanted to ask you some questions about Renju.
Oh. I guess crying isn't gonna solve the thing, is it? Go ahead. Ask away. I'll help any way I can.
Yeah, I mean, at some fish pocket they served alcohol, but I've never been to a bar like this.
I would hope not. You're in elementary school.
Well, Daddy invited me along sometimes, but I was too shy to go.
Good call.
I was planning on going one day when I was old enough to drink. I wanted to go to a bar with Daddy. Not really.
Oh, don't worry, honey. I don't bite. I'm only aggressive when it comes to men 20 through 65.
That's a pretty wide range.
Gotta widen my net for a catch like you, Date, honey.
I think I'll ignore that one.
I think I'll ignore it as well.
I heard that shady characters hang out here. So who are you and how do you fit in?
No one's special. I'm just a facilitator.
A facilitator?
People who come in here tend to have very specific interests. I help accommodate.
Oh, okay.
Mama's like, an informant.
That's right. And I won't charge you this time. Just promise to get the bastards who did this to Ren for me.
I promise.
Not bad.
Hey, that's good. I want you to keep this place open as long as you can. It makes me feel sad and old when a place I used to visit closes down.
Well, then you should visit more often. I could hook you up in more ways than one.
Just the one way is fine, thanks.
I haven't seen him for a while. I thought I was going to shrivel up and die of boredom without you boys around.
Shrivel up. You look like a purple water balloon.
That's right. Care to give me a poke?
I'll pass, thanks. Have you heard any rumors about Renju? Anything about grudges, disputes?
Is it okay to talk in front of Mizuki?
Yes, I want to be here.
Trust me, you couldn't drag her away.
If you say so. Apparently, Ren had some connections with the Kumakura gang.
A gang?
Yeah, real rough customers. This is their turf.
So Daddy was involved with gangsters.
Oh no, she broke.
Mizuki, that company Shoko was running, were they also tied to the Kumakuras?
I don't know.
Well, there was the watch incident. I'm sure you remember that one.
Watch incident?
You don't remember? Your drunk ass spilled your beer on Ren's watch. Ren was furious, yelling about how this watch is more important than my life, or whatever. He blew up on you. That was the only time I've ever seen Ren that mad. That's why I remember it so well.
Was it this watch?
Yeah, that's it. Why do you have it? Was it at the scene? Ren was given that watch by his lover. It was an anniversary gift, I think.
Lover?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot Mizuki was here.
No, it's fine.
But of course, it wasn't an affair. This was all after he was divorced.
Daddy had a new lover.
You remember where it is?
Yeah, outside, right?
This is a small establishment that does not have its own restrooms.
Wait, you're leaving?
Oh, scared of me, huh?
No, it's just...
Mama, keep an eye on her.
Sure thing. Don't have too much fun in there.
Iba, get boss on the line.
Got it.
What's up?
Mizuki is at a bar called Marble down in Golden Yokocho. Send someone over to pick her up.
She's not at the hospital?
Yeah, she snuck out. I took her along while I was doing some work, but I can't take her any further.
Understood. I'll send someone.
Counting on you, boss.
Are you going to leave Mizuki here?
Yes, I can't take her into a Yakuza den.
Who's this asshole?
You made a big mistake coming here. Go home.
All right, bye then.
Hey, Date!
What? Ugh, I hate dealing with these chumps.
Didn't you hear me?
Do you want to die, old man?
You bastard!
Sorry for the late introduction. I'm with the MPD.
A cop, huh?
So, you want to explain what the fuck a cop is doing in my office?
I think we should exchange names before exchanging act.
Name's MoMA, the warhorse.
All right, MoMA. What do you know about the new Cyclops serial killings? Shoko Nadami and Renju Okiura had their left eye pulled out and were murdered. And I think you know something about it.
Saw it on the news, but we had nothing to do with it. Even if we did, we wouldn't spill to no cops. Chairman is right in front of you.
What?
I run the Kumakura gang. I'm MoMA Kumakura.
That can't be right. The chairman of the Kumakuras is Rohan.
Some of this is probably going to be the same as before.
You aren't the chairman.
Yo, asshole. You need a less...
Date, wait. I did some research and discovered that Rohan Kumaki left to...
Susan.
But Moma took...
6.
I told you, I got nothing to say. You deaf or something? Don't know nothing about her. I know her face and her name. It was on the news. Nothing else.
Shoko is part of an investment fraud scheme, and I have it on good authority that a certain Yakuza gang was helping her.
Wouldn't know nothing about that, cop.
Date, a minute, please.
What is it?
Do you see the sofa in the reception area? There is an ashtray on top of the coffee table.
What about it?
It is peculiar. Thermal imaging reveals that they are both warm.
The sofa and ashtray. Part of the cushion is still red.
Just as I thought.
Hey, Iba, can you turn off the thermal vision?
Sure.
I see. The cigarette brand is Klein.
Why is that relevant?
Small details will come in useful later. Trust me.
I got nothing to say to you.
There would be no point in talking to him.
What are you talking about? You're the first guest today, although you are an uninvited guest.
Don't lie now. Someone was sitting on the sofa and smoking very recently.
How do you know that?
I just do.
Oh, right. I remember now. Just a bit ago, one of our guys was on the sofa.
Are you talking about these guys right here?
Yeah.
Not possible. When I came in...
You made a big mistake coming here. Go home.
Who's this asshole?
Neither of them was on the sofa, and neither of them was smoking.
They left.
Who left?
An insurance salesman. Right before you came in.
I don't think so. I didn't pass by anyone on my way here, and I happen to know this office only has one entrance and one exit, which means, whoever it is, they're still in this office somewhere. Let me check the back.
Why you want to do that?
Just wanted to say hello to our guests.
I'm telling you, you're the only one here.
Oh, then you won't mind me checking.
Just get out of here, cop.
There must be someone they don't want us to see, somewhere behind that wall.
Just as I thought.
This must be whoever was sitting on the sofa and smoking earlier.
My evolver can shoot right through this wall. I should shoot it.
Wait! Is he not getting enough?
What?
Never mind. The person behind the wall is unarmed. I cannot approve the use of a revolver in this situation.
Damn it.
Date, a porno mag at your feet.
Oh, this again.
What? Hey, did you just shoot at me?
Oh. That's heavy.
Hey, whoa, wait a minute.
Load revolver with explosive rounds. Aim for the dragon's gold ball on the right.
The what? Oh, that. Why?
Just do it!
You saved me.
Everything happened as I simulated it.
So, where's this porno mag?
You idiot. There is no adult magazine. However, I know that your reaction time is up to 3.6 times faster when you are excited. I simply took advantage of that behavior.
What the hell? You're a grown man. Aren't you too old to be playing with toys?
Shit.
Hey, coward. I see you. Show your face. I know you. That's...
Sejima, so, Congressman.
What is this guy doing here?
I've had a relationship with the Kumakura since back when Rohan was running things. I had business nearby, so I stopped here for a visit. Whatever conspiracy theory you're imagining in your head, you can forget it. This is strictly business.
Strictly business? A congressman meeting with Yakuza? How are you gonna spin that?
It's true. I imagine my public image will be dragged through the mud. But we haven't done anything illegal. If you want to accuse me of such wrongdoing, then by all means. I just happen to think such gossip is better suited for tabloids. I went to work, then went home.
So, you have no alibi?
No, I always have my bodyguards near me. If you want to, you can ask them.
Bodyguard testimony can be unreliable. There is a possibility that they would lie to protect Mr. Sajima.
I agree. Can't trust that.
The president of Lemniscate? We aren't friends, but I did meet him a few times through work.
What work were you doing to meet up with the head of an entertainment company?
It was just some party hosted by some company or other. It's not unusual. Events with those uptight stuffed shirts can be rather dull. So they have some young women from an entertainment office attend. Anyway, we only saw each other a few times. I don't even remember what we spoke about.
Well, I guess there's no point hiding it now. I lied earlier when I said I didn't know her.
I thought so. You and the Kumakuras were a part of the fraud scheme Shoko was organizing.
Yep. Whenever any wise-ass investors gave her trouble, we handled it.
Exactly as I suspected. Shoko was affiliated with the Kumakuras.
I heard that the former head of the Kumakuras committed suicide last year.
Yeah, what's it to you?
Nothing at all. I just want to talk about it.
Rohan was my older brother. He was my big brother in this organization. 6 years ago, and naturally because I'm his... That's all I'm gonna... You want to know more?
It's okay, I already know.
Us Kumakuras are a branch of the Ujisaki family. The Ujisaki family runs a yearly golf tournament. Mandatory attendance. We were all at the tournament those days. We only got back this morning. You can ask the hotel. They'll tell you.
Date, I did some research. The hotel's record of guests does list the Kumakura members. They were also seen on several surveillance cameras. It is not possible that any of the Kumakuras could have killed Shoko, including Moma.
I've been looking after that guy since high school. It was the usual stuff. I had him help me with a lot of work. But now, it's kind of the opposite, you know? We're getting work from him. Well, we were. Now that he's dead, though.
What work did he have you do?
The usual. If Talon at his office was causing trouble or something.
You ever get into any disputes with Renju doing this work?
No way. He paid good money. I've never even gotten into an argument with the guy.
A bronze dragon?
A bronze dragon, holding a golden ball.
Golden ball, huh? What does a guy like the chairman need this for? He probably just uses it for porn.
Not every man in the world is like you, Date.
The victim prior to Renju? I believe Moma introduced me to her.
Introduced?
We were just having drinks. Shoko stopped by to say hello.
Right. We didn't talk about anything.
They're trying to give me the runaround.
Indeed. Date, I have determined that these individuals have nothing further to add. Even if they are involved, they will not volunteer any more information. We need solid evidence to move forward with the investigation.
You're right.
Date, a call from Lemniscate.
Connected.
Date? It's me! You remember, like, how you said to call you if I came? Well, he's here now, so I guess I'm calling you.
Got it. I'm on my way.
Where are you going?
That's none of your concern. Moma, Congressman Sajima, I think I'm gonna call it a day. I'll come back soon. We'll swap drinking stories.
You serious?
Let's go, Iva.
Roger.
This is all really suspicious.
What is?
Congressman Tsujima and the Kumakuras. There's definitely something going on there.
I agree, but I am not sure it is linked to the new Cyclops serial killings. We need to do further investigation.
Alright, 1 second here. Here we go.
Who are you? Impossible. How did a jellyfish get in here?
Not a jellyfish.
So shiny, too.
You utter idiot. It's me.
Renju?
Do I look like Renju?
Mizuki?
It's me.
Boss?
Date, seriously.
Then, are you Mom?
Idiot. They must have increased your dosage too much.
My dosage? Anyway, you're Aiba, right? Why are you here? Looking like that?
I just thought I would project myself. You seem lonely.
How are you doing this?
I am overlaying the image your left eye processes. You can't see me through your right eye. Only your left.
You can't just pop into my eyeball without permission.
You do realize I do that all the time, right?
Come to think of it, you look kind of like you do when you're in Somnium. What's that about?
What do you mean?
You don't usually look like that. You have a Somnium form and another form.
Oh, this?
Yes, that. Why are you doing this now?
I was bored last night, so...
Huh?
I thought you would like it.
Why would I like it?
Well, I did attempt to shape myself to your preference.
If you could do that, change it.
I will not.
Why not?
Because I won't. I fear you would eventually grow tired of the other form as well. I just wanted to change my look a little. Think of it as a haircut.
Pretty drastic haircut.
I looked into that. Unfortunately, I did not find anything in our database that could connect the two.
I see.
However, I did discover some rumors on the internet. Most of them come across as gossip or conspiracy theories. But would you like to hear them regardless?
Please.
As I said earlier, I completely agree that they are suspicious, but there is nothing currently linking them to the case.
That's true. We have no established motive. Victims were displayed, tied up on a horse, hung from the ceiling. Their left eyes taken out. We still don't know why.
It is possible that Shoko and Renju were disloyal to Congressman Tsujima and the Kumakuras. They could have been killed and displayed as a warning. That would fit the current evidence.
Maybe. But it doesn't feel right.
Mr. Tsujima currently resides in Azabu. He lives in a mansion, a restored samurai castle, but 20 years ago, So Tsujima lived elsewhere, in the Kawasaki district to be exact. He lived there until he was 40 years old. The Tsujima family owned a vast amount of real estate in the district. Adjusting for inflation, the land was valued above 30 billion yen. The Tsujima family sold off its holdings. 6 months later, the incident occurred.
The explosion at the chemical plant.
This caused Kawasaki to become a restricted area. And of course, land prices fell drastically to less than 1/30th their original value. What are your thoughts?
The timing is certainly suspicious. To sell that amount of land just 6 months before it happened.
There is another interesting fact. After the accident, So Sejima purchased all of the land back for just 1 billion yen.
So he's got 29 billion yen in his pocket and 1 billion yen of land.
Correct. Despite the horrific accident, the Sejima family is no worse off.
True. But I don't see the point of it. It's not like you got anything out of it.
That would be true, but there is more to this story. There is another important fact. After the land prices in the Kawasaki region crashed... we will have to continue this conversation later. I am receiving a call from headquarters.
Is this Special Agent Date from Abyss? My name is Akaska, from HQ. I'm investigating. There's something that you need to hear.
What is it?
We got a phone call from a prisoner at Fuji.
Prisoner?
We saved the call. I think you should give it a look. Who is this?
In here, I'm known as number 89.
What is this call concerning?
I know who killed Shoko Nadami, and if you let me out of here, I will tell you who it is. I suppose you might say I'm looking for a plea bargain. He will kill again, you know, and he'll take their eye while they're still alive. There will be more bodies. If you want to stop this serial killer, I suggest you take my offer. I'll be seeing you.
This has to be a prank.
That's what I thought too. However, we got the call yesterday afternoon, before Renju was killed. In other words...
You're saying he predicted the second crime?
Yeah, I think he did. That's why I thought I should contact you.
Good idea. Thanks, Detective.
Good luck.
Do you think there's anything to this?
I don't know.
Oh, Date.
What's wrong? You look like you have a lot on your mind.
Yeah. I just found out online. The corpse at Bloom Park. That was Renju's ex-wife, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
So that was Mizuki's mom. Mizuki saw her own mom. And I just left her. But I didn't know. I knew her as Shoko Nadami. Her last name is different. I didn't know that was Mizuki's mother. I want to apologize to her. I need to tell her that I'm sorry.
You get asked out a lot, don't you? I don't know why you're sitting here behind a desk. You should be an idol.
Oh, thank you. But despite my looks, I am a bit too old to be an idol. I couldn't get into it now.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I turned 36 this year.
You're kidding.
No problem. After all, it means we get to see each other again.
Oda's like, why aren't you talking to me?
She's recording a podcast right now. Looking at her schedule, it should end soon. Hey now, that's awfully aggressive. You're an alpha type, aren't you? I kind of like that.
And I kind of like you.
Oh, but there is one little thing you should know about me. I'm a reptilian. Is that going to be a problem?
What's a reptilian?
Oh god.
A reptilian humanoid alien. They are said to be shapeshifters that take on human form.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be a problem.
Aw, too bad.
Nowhere. Just doing my normal routine.
I don't know your normal routine.
I went to a Dojin store to look at the new releases. Then I ate some ramen at Jiro's, and then headed over to the PC cafe to browse threads. You know, normal.
If that's normal, I haven't had a normal day in my life.
I don't know anything. I've only seen Renju a couple of times.
I didn't think it was possible to be this bad at lying.
Though it is plainly obvious, I did a thermal check on Ota's body. This is his current body temperature.
That's what I thought. Have you forgotten, Ota? You're my thrall. You don't want me to tell Iris your secret, do you?
Huh?
Wait, it's no big deal. I just...
You better start talking.
Okay.
Mizuki didn't seem like she was angry with you.
What? You met Mizuki? Oh, at the interrogation.
That's right. He doesn't know I live with Mizuki. I have no reason to hide it, but it's sort of hard to explain. Yeah, I spoke to Mizuki at her, questioning earlier.
You're sick, Date.
What?
Questioning? That sounds dirty. If I were writing a light novel, that's exactly how I would describe a sexy scene.
Okay.
What kind of novels are you writing, kid?
Last night, I was walking over to Sunfish Pocket, and I saw Renju come out of the building.
Was he alone? Someone was with him. A man. No. A woman. Okay, look. I can tell you're trying to protect her, but you have to help me out here. Was it Iris?
No, it definitely for sure wasn't Tessa.
Got it. So Renju was with Iris.
Okay, fine. There's no point in hiding it, I guess. You're right. Renju came out of the building with Tessa. But Tessa has nothing to do with this. She wouldn't murder anyone. She wouldn't hurt a fly. She's an idol. Idols don't kill people.
You need to stop putting her on a pedestal.
Tessa is a savior to me. The Tessa I know wouldn't hurt anyone. The first time I met her, I had a bad case of writer's block, and I saw all this awful negativity online, and I lost sight of what I really wanted to write. And it was the lowest point of my life.
He is talking like a professional, though he hasn't published anything.
Yeah.
Then, by pure chance, I found a video of Tessa singing and dancing, and it made me realize something important. You don't have to care what people think, you know? If you do your best at what you believe in, your message will get through to people. That attitude is something all great creators need to have. After that, I became a huge A-Set fan and got over my writer's block. And I know I'm not the only one Tessa has inspired. A lot of otaku like me say that Tessa is their savior. She cheers them up when they're down, so there's no way Tessa can be involved in murder. Absolutely impossible. But do you suspect her?
I need to hear her side of the story. If I do, I might find out she's totally innocent. If you truly believe that she didn't do it, you should tell me everything you know.
But...
Do it for Iris.
Around 6:15, I guess.
Where did they go?
I didn't see. They got into Renju's car and drove off.
What did you do?
I went inside Sunfish Pocket, but I saw a sign that said the entire club was reserved. I figured I would just go home.
What happened?
Date.
Iris, there's something I need to ask you. Come with me. Iris, I'm going to ask you some questions. Please answer honestly. However, you do not have to say anything that might incriminate you.
The right to remain silent? You're treating me like a criminal.
Not exactly. I'm just looking for the truth, and I would appreciate your cooperation. I heard you used to work at Sunfish Pocket.
That's right.
How long?
A little over a year.
Working there that long, you're probably pretty familiar with the equipment.
Yeah, I guess.
What about the surveillance camera? Do you know where those tapes were stored?
What are you trying to say?
Here's what Ota told me. Yesterday around 6:15 p.m., you and Renju came out of the Sunfish Pocket building. Is that true?
Yes? Mr. Okiura called me and told me he wanted me to come to Sunfish Pocket. ASAP.
Around what time was that?
5 p.m., I think. I got ready, then headed over there. I guess I got there about an hour later.
Date, I checked her call history. At 4:58 p.m., there is a record of a call to Iris from Renju's phone.
What were you doing from 7 to 9 last night?
I was at home the whole time.
You're sure?
Yes.
Iba, thermograph.
There is no noticeable rise in Iris's body temperature.
She isn't lying.
Not necessarily. We must consider the possibility that she is a natural liar.
With that kind of confidence, her temperature wouldn't change.
Correct.
Renju's estimated time of death was 8 p.m. last night. If Iris' story is true, she couldn't have done it.
There is another possibility. Even if Iris was at home, she could have killed Renju.
You mean... When did you find out Renju was killed?
This morning, on the news.
And you were with Renju last night? You didn't think to call the police and inform them of this?
Oh, sorry. Is that something you're supposed to do? I had a podcast to record this morning, so if I went to the police, I'd be late. And that would cause everyone a lot of trouble, you know?
I'll ask again. You are sure you were at home around 8 p.m. yesterday?
Yes.
Can I ask your mother about your alibi?
You can, but there'd be no point.
Why is that?
My mom wasn't home. She came back home early this morning.
This morning?
Yeah.
Where was she?
I don't know.
You don't know. Come to think of it, Iris's mom had connections to Renju too.
Hitomi did mention that yesterday.
Renju was my classmate at Eitoku High. We've known each other for 20 years now.
However, we have nothing to link her to the case.
But I am curious, what was Hitomi doing last night? What were you doing with Renju?
He asked me about a job.
What kind of job?
He rented out Sunfish Pocket for a party and he wanted me to MC. He said that it was an important party and that a lot of big shots were gonna be there, but the girl he asked to do it originally got sick and couldn't come. But I turned him down.
Why?
Because I'm just an internet idol. I've never done any MCing before, especially with important people being there.
What did you do after you turned him down?
I left with Mr. Okiura at 6:15 p.m. That must have been when Ota saw me.
And after that?
I asked Mr. Okiura to take me home in his car. I got home at 7 p.m. I was home the rest of the night.
What do you think, Iba?
I cannot detect any contradictions. However, her story appears almost too organized. Human memory is ambiguous. Her use of exact times leads me to be suspicious.
That's true.
Am I a suspect?
It's not like that.
It's fine, Date. It's true that I met with Mr. Okiura yesterday, but how do I put this? It's impossible that I'm the killer.
Why?
I'm a teenage girl. Mr. Okiura is a fully grown man.
Oh, she's got a point. A girl like her could have stabbed, poisoned, or shot him dead, but strangling?
No, it's still possible, you see.
That would have the weight.
Iris could have choked Renju to death. If you are searching for proof, you will not find
The weight. Oh, okay. Well, he's asleep, I guess.
A heavy concentration of sedatives were discovered in Renju's body. Renju was practically in a coma before he died. He wouldn't have struggled.
So, Iris could have strangled him.
Wait a minute. Even if I was somehow able to kill him, the rest of it is impossible.
The rest of it?
Like hanging up his body?
How do you know that?
What do you mean? It's all over the news.
That's true. Renju weighed about 160 pounds. Even if she used her entire body weight, I don't think she could have hauled him up.
Right. It would be hard for her to do it with her strength alone. But with a little ingenuity, it could be done.
Ingenuity?
I don't think so. This is a
Well, I know what it was, but,
Renju's estimated Numerous hammers. The weapon used, the criminal likely wrapped it around Renju. Then, the more precise cause of death is, in short,
this.
It
Because they
went
used
like
the weights.
First, Renju was laid out on the counter. Next, the wire was thrown over the beam and connected to the hook in his jaw. Then all you need to do is put the 3 beer kegs on the counter.
You think a teenage girl could have done that?
I'm sure it was hard. The kegs weighed 55 pounds each. But that's not impossible, even for a teenage girl.
I guess it isn't impossible.
After that, you get on top of the counter, hook the other end of the wires to the kegs, and then... what do you think happens if you kick the kegs off the counter?
The 3 kegs weighed 165 pounds altogether. Renju weighs 5 pounds less. I guess that would make it possible. But there is one more thing.
What?
Considering the state of the crime scene, it's clear Renju was killed elsewhere and brought to where we found him. If Iris is the culprit, how did she move the body?
Hey!
I know. You're going to say you couldn't have moved a 160-pound body.
Unfortunately for her, she could have.
How?
I mean, that would weigh... You could have put it in the elevator? No.
you have to prove that Iris could have moved Renju's body. That is your current. This will not help you.
Yeah. Why would his watch? Oh, I'm just gonna select things. See, it's always the it's like the swimsuit in Danganronpa. It's all because of the watch.
Do you know what this is? It's Renju's favorite watch. This was discovered inside an empty oil drum at Sunfish Pocket.
Hey, Date, I know you're on a roll right now, but could you please report things
You
like
mean the
that
first
according
thing
to protocol?
I selected was the oil drum? Are you gonna insinuate that he was transported in it?
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that it wouldn't be so hard to move a body if it were in a
God damn it, that
You would just have to roll it.
it's like the rocks in the swimsuit all over again.
So you're saying Renju's body was moved inside the drum, which is how the watch came off, but the suspect didn't notice it.
I'm not saying anything for sure, just pointing out that it's possible.
I didn't do it! You don't even have any witnesses! If I were rolling an oil drum in the middle of the street, people would have noticed!
You could have put it in a car and driven it.
I don't have a license!
Doesn't mean you can't drive. Even an AI can drive nowadays.
Are you mocking me?
Don't make sudden outbursts like that.
You insulted me.
Just be quiet.
Who are you talking to?
Anyway, Iris, you weigh about 105 pounds, right?
Where is this coming from?
If only you weighed more. Or less.
That is none of your business.
No, I mean that your weight is relevant to the case. If the oil drum was used to transport the corpse, then the possibility of the suspect being around 105 pounds is extremely likely.
Why do you say that?
Ooh.
You are trying to prove that the suspect weighed around 105 pounds. Your thinking is correct.
Iris, on which floor is Sunfish Pocket located?
On the second floor?
That's right. So, I checked the elevator records. Before the corpse was discovered, the elevator only stopped at the second floor once, at 8:55 p.m. And we discovered that the total cargo weight on the elevator was about 310 pounds. Renju weighed 160. The oil drum weighs 44. Together, that's about 205. Subtracting that from 310.
This doesn't look good.
Why are you...
Now, this obviously doesn't prove you're the murderer. A lot of people weigh 105 pounds. Or someone could have put 105 extra pounds in the elevator, sent it up, and taken the stairs to throw us off the trail. However...
Dante, stop. Iris is acting strange. Don't turn around.
Why not?
Just stay put. Keep your eyes on the wall. There are several cameras in this room. 2 surveillance cameras installed at the corners of the ceiling, and 1 camera on a tripod. I hacked each to gain access to their recordings. Look at this.
She's fidgeting around. Is she doing something under the desk?
That's what it looks like, but we need to confirm something before we confront her. We need to know that she's in fact doing something under the desk.
Without turning around?
Yes.
How would I do that? Shit. Iris, what are you thinking? What is that thing?
Hey, answer me, Iris.
She's definitely hiding something, Date. Sync with her.
Not again.
Iris is experiencing REM sleep. Medication is working perfectly.
Are we gonna do some more Shovel
How about it,
Forge?
Date? Think you can do it?
Not
Some
a
more
problem.
Minecraft?
Get it started.
The time limit is 6 minutes. So before time is up,
I know.
then let's begin.
Oh wait, no Shovel Forge? Oh, this is different.
What is this place?
It looks depressing. How is this related to Iris?
Unknown, but there must be a connection.
Iris, what are you hiding?
Somnium scan. Activate.
Okay.
A CRT TV.
No matter what I do here, it's gonna do 2 times. Oof. This is the only thing in the room. Well, let's just go ahead and do this.
Stop.
What is this video?
It is difficult to believe.
But these are the faces of the victims of the original Cyclops killer.
What? What is going on here? Iris, what are you hiding?
We should continue. There are more objects to inspect now.
Oh boy. There's 2 paths on this.
A full body.
Jesus.
A torso.
If it has a head, is it still called a torso?
What would you call it?
Can I do a small action to get rid of this?
A double.
Here we go, small action.
It doesn't open. We don't have to worry about it.
Okay, that's good.
A torso.
Nothing? Oh.
Even my consciousness is being affected.
While I was unconscious, the room changed.
I'm tired of this. We have no choice but to investigate.
Strangled the body.
A drug bottle that holds some kind of liquid.
I don't think we should smell it. Let's investigate it for that 1/2 time.
There is no label. I cannot determine what is inside.
It's probably dangerous.
I agree. We should not touch it if we do not know what it is. Even in Somnium, some things should not be done. An operating table.
Jesus.
A full body.
Well, I guess we'll figure out something on this.
How does it feel?
Awful. Am I going to be killed? Modified? I'm restless. I can't take the suspense.
Do you think they'll modify you into a grasshopper or a spider?
That's not what I'm talking about.
Well, that wasn't it.
4 minutes. It's an operating... It's an Who do you intend I operate on?
Can you just pretend to do it?
Pretend to do it? Nothing's happening. How does...
Damn. I thought it might trigger a memory to recreate itself or something.
Perhaps you should abandon that line of thinking.
Oh, that wasn't it. Let's chug this thing then. This is gonna suck.
Do not pressure me, Date.
Pressure you?
Into drinking alcohol.
Is it alcohol?
Well, unknown.
This is for an investigation. I'm ordering you to drink it.
You are exploiting your position of power. I will set up a labor union.
An AI labor union? Sounds dystopian.
I won't drink it.
Fine.
Really? Okay.
You've less than 2 minutes, Date. Hurry.
Can you talk?
Can you talk?
What? Don't copy me.
What? Don't copy me.
Pervert. Date is a pervert.
Pervert.
to get called a pervert, and twice.
A full body mirror. Are you sure I can break this mirror?
No, I don't think you have the strength to break it.
Then why did you—
Just punch it, and I'm not a pervert. You see? It won't break.
What was the point of that?
Okay.
It's an
Sure.
The fabric on the surface is frayed. It appears to be in use despite its age.
They did surgery?
Surgery or worse.
You have 1 minute left.
Oh god damn it, there's a TV over there. Let's just do... We'll just do that.
An old television. That video showed the face of a victim of the original Cyclops killer. It appeared to be the second victim.
What is going on? Iris has something to do with the first Cyclops case?
Unknown. I do not have enough information.
Guess that means we have to investigate more.
Indeed. The oil drum, shelf, and another torso have been added.
Let's go.
4 minutes.
Only a shelf. That shelf sticking out. It seems odd.
You can't punch a mirror and break it, but you can move this heavy-ass shelf. I know it's a dream, but... Oh god, it's gonna fall on her head. It's gonna be like Danganronpa 3 all over again. It's rolling. It's rolling! Oh no!
What happened?
A metal ball must have fallen off the shelf.
Why would anyone put that there?
Beat it to death.
An iron ball. It looks quite heavy.
Kick. Throw. We're gonna...
Where should I throw?
Throw it that way.
Understood. It is unexpectedly light. All right. Yeah!
I feel like that ball hit me in the head.
Now, a TV and an old book have appeared.
I hope this is the last time.
An old...
Please. Help me. Help me.
This was the third victim of the original Cyclops killer.
Why does Iris know that?
There is a possibility that she saw it online or on TV.
She even reproduced the circumstances of the killing. Would her imagination explain that?
Date, we have no direct evidence. For now, we must continue investigating.
Right.
Oh, are we gonna break the mirror with the gun?
Just a locker.
Ooh.
Iba?
It's all right. More importantly,
Okay. Oh. One of these deals. Oh. There's where the gun was.
That is...
What happened in that Somnium?
We saw it too.
The 4 murdered women are without a doubt the victims of the original Cyclops serial killings.
That means...
The murders that occurred 6 years ago are these memory fragments that coalesced in this Somnium.
No. That means the person who killed them was...
Didn't I tell you? The entire case is a state secret. No matter how many times you ask, I won't tell you anything.
But why?
The Cyclops killer appeared 6 years ago. I lost my memory 6 years ago. There has to be some kind of connection.
There isn't. It's a coincidence.
Really?
Really. You can't dream of something you know nothing about.
That means Iris must know about the killings.
6 years ago, Iris was 12.
Did she witness the crime at age 12? And not just one, but all 4? Help me understand this. What I saw during the sink earlier, that was the scene of the original Cyclops serial killings, right?
Yeah.
So the person doing the killing was the original Cyclops killer.
Right.
Did you see him? He was...
I saw your face. The original Cyclops killer was...
It can't be. That's impossible.
Date, you cannot say that for certain. You have no memories past 6 years ago.
So perhaps, Mr. Date, you are the killer. You're missing your left eye, so you steal them from others.
I'm kidding. You can't be the Cyclops killer.
Really?
Of course not. Do you think I would hire a serial killer? You interrogated Iris before the sync. What you saw in the Somnium was just a manifestation of the fear you put in her.
I don't believe there's any meaningful connection between the original and new Cyclops serial killings, I mean.
Why is that?
The culprit is not the same. I am absolutely certain the original Cyclops killer could not have committed these crimes.
How can you be so sure?
Because I can. Don't worry about it. Just trust me. Remember what the boss said this morning. The original Cyclops killer has yet to be brought to justice. After the investigation got going, it was taken over by the government and classified. That was the last we heard anything about it. Of course, they paid lip service to the idea that the investigation was ongoing, but in reality, it was dropped completely. The Sinker does not always experience the somnium they expect. Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones. When using the sync machine for an investigation, we don't always see the memories we expect to see. True, oftentimes a subject will subconsciously want to express their dark secrets and repressed memories.
Yeah, I hope he's not the killer either.
That is why we see them so often in Somnia.
I think for some reason it's just showing this on purpose for some reason.
And why those Somnia are so useful for criminal investigations. But this is not a guarantee. We cannot control the content of our dreams, after all. It's like I told you before. Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones. This can be expressed as an equation. Dream D equals memory A plus memory B plus memory C. This, of course, means that Dream D is a fictional event. However, the same cannot necessarily be said about memory A, B, and C. Those happened in reality. In other words, fiction is built from combinations of reality.
So what I saw in Somnium earlier...
Yes. I believe Iris actually witnessed those events.
In the Somnium earlier, I saw someone else who might be the criminal. Who was he?
I wouldn't know.
Pewter, you said that memories happen in reality, right? But what about false memories? How do we know if the memory really happened?
Even false memories are built from the pieces of real ones. If you disassemble those pieces, you will find real events.
What about things you see in movies or television?
The events might be fictional, but the experience is not. Our imaginations are limited to what we have seen. We cannot invent something whole cloth. Dante, it looks like Iris is about to wake up.
Got it. Hey, Iris. About that dream earlier.
Dream? What dream?
There is no point in asking her, Date. The subject of a sync does not experience somnium in the way that you do. They will not remember it.
Then what about the Cyclops killer from 6 years ago?
Cyclops killer? I remember hearing it on the news, but I was just a little girl. I don't remember anything specific.
You don't?
No.
What about the scene of the murder?
I don't know. I've never been there.
But...
Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones.
You can't dream of something you know nothing about. Date, could you take Iris home?
Huh?
We do not have enough evidence to hold her. Even in Somnium, we couldn't find anything. The law demands that we release her.
You cannot decline, Date.
Date, could we make a stop first?
Sure. Where?
Marble. It's a bar in Golden Yokocho.
You know about that place?
Yeah, Mr. Okiura took me before.
Why do you want to go there?
There's something I want to talk about.
We can't talk here?
It might take a while.
What do you think?
There's no reason to refuse. Besides, there's a lot I want to ask her, too. All right, sure.
Tessa!
Oh, Ota.
Oh, she left a little while ago. She said something about going to help an acquaintance. She told me to watch the place until she got back.
How well do you know Mama?
Not at all. It's my first time here. No, this is my new one. You're thinking of the one I dropped in that puddle. I was nihiling with Tessa earlier. She said she was going to Marble, so I got here just before you did. Look, I was really worried about her. She was about to be charged with a serious crime.
This actually works out nicely. I want to ask you something, Ota. It's about a Nile message you sent Iris. You said you wouldn't tell anyone about that thing, that you'd stay quiet no matter what. What were you talking about?
Well,
I'll tell her about the two-witter thing. I swear I'll do it.
Geez, fine. Just don't tell anyone else, okay? But before I tell you, who's that?
What?
At the door. Someone's standing outside.
Okay.
Where am I?
Looks like you're awake now. It'll be 3 o'clock soon. In the morning, of course. I tried. You wouldn't budge. I thought you were passed out drunk, so I left you like that.
But I didn't have a glass in front of me, right?
So you weren't drunk?
Didn't have a single drop.
Oh, I thought you were drinking straight out of the bottle. Just like the old days. Ota, the boy I asked to watch the bar?
I'd say he's too old to be called a boy, but yeah.
He was already gone when I came back. All I saw was you getting your beauty sleep on the floor.
Damn it, Ota. What are you thinking?
It appears that he took off with Iris.
What were you doing during all this?
My power was shut down due to the stun gun. I have rebooted in safe mode and am now operational. Date, the boss is calling.
Oh, how am I gonna report this one?
Date, listen. Stay calm, but this is an emergency. Just now, the killer... Well, just watch the video. I sent the address to Iba.
Iris! No, that's...
The criminal is streaming this live.
Iva, the source.
Identify. The Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse, Koto District.
Okiura?
Date, focus. We need to get to the site, now.
What's our ETA?
Our destination is far from here. 20 minutes is the fastest.
Please, please let me make it in time.
Oh god, it is the polar bear!
Tessa! Hold on! I'll save you!
Ota!
Stay away from Tessa! Ah!
Is he faking this shit again?
No, it can't be. No. Stop!
No!
There you are. Finally. I was looking all over for you. It's rare to see you down like this, but it's understandable. You blame yourself for this, don't you? Beating yourself up about taking Iris to Marble, and about letting Ota get the upper hand on you, am I right? Shall I tell you what Investigation HQ thinks? Ota Matsushita is a criminal stalker who committed murder-suicide. Ota had a selfish love for Iris. He was under the delusion that Iris loved him too. But Iris refused. So Ota decided that he and Iris should be together in the afterlife, killed her, then killed himself.
That's ridiculous. Ota would never kill Iris. And how do you explain the other two murders? Iris's left eye was hollowed out. Just like Renju and Shoko. Those 3 murders were definitely executed by the same person. The new Cyclops killer. There's no way that's Ota. Too many pieces don't fit. Too many contradictions. Like killing Iris.
Such as?
Stay away from Tessa!
Ota showed himself on the stream. If he was gonna kill Iris and then himself, why would he do that? The only reason you would show yourself like that is to prove that you weren't the culprit. Ota and the polar bear on the screen at the same time would prove that they're not the same person. That behavior would be totally unnecessary if he was gonna commit suicide anyway.
Well, maybe he wasn't planning on dying at first. After he killed Iris, he realized that he couldn't live with himself.
So he lies down on the workbench and turns on the ice-cutting machine himself? I don't buy it. The culprit was wearing a polar bear costume, probably to hide their identity. But if murder-suicide was the plan, the costume served no purpose.
Maybe he was thinking like this. The reason Iris and I can't be together is because her agency prohibits it, making the president, Renju, the ultimate bad guy in his mind.
Mizuki is Ota's close friend. Do you really think Ota would kill his friend's father?
Shoko was married to Renju. Maybe he was trying to get at Renju by killing her.
That's a stretch. They've been divorced for years. Ota knows all about it. He wouldn't use Shoko to get to Renju.
There are some additional discrepancies. I analyzed the investigation report. Judging by his wound, Ota was stabbed in the side by a kitchen knife or something similar.
Are you sure?
I am.
Oh, I know that.
Well?
Ota could have stabbed himself. Maybe he thought it would be a fatal wound, but when it didn't work, he went for the ice-cutting machine.
Then, shouldn't we have recovered the kitchen knife from the scene?
Oh, his mom's kitchen knife?
Maybe he threw it in the ocean.
Boss, come on. Ota goes out to the water, stabs himself in the gut, throws the knife over the side, then walks back to the warehouse?
Well, I wasn't being serious. I didn't think Ota was the culprit from the beginning. I was just playing devil's advocate for HQ.
Really?
Yes, really.
Anyway, Ota didn't kill anyone, and he didn't kill himself. Here's what I think happened.
Stay away from Tessa!
Ota knew Iris was kidnapped, so he rushed onto the scene. That's when he saw the culprit wearing the polar bear costume. He tried to fight him off, but ended up being stabbed in the side. He was weakened and losing blood at the culprit's mercy. The culprit forced him into the costume, then under the ice-cutting machine, and then...
Then, who is the culprit?
I wish I knew.
We're up to 4 victims, but Ota was a special circumstance. He wasn't specifically targeted by the culprit.
Right. And he was the only one to not have his eye pulled out.
So let's focus on the 3 other victims, Shoko, Renju, and Iris. What connects these 3?
Connections.
If you find a connection between the victims, you find a connection to the culprit. That's the theory of investigation, right?
You think the new Cyclops killer is related to them somehow?
Maybe, maybe not. But it's a good starting point.
Hitomi and Renju are definitely linked. They were high school classmates, and she did say that she met Shoko twice. But I can't imagine she would kill Iris in such a gruesome way, no matter what the circumstances were. It seems impossible to me. Mayumi had motive for killing Iris and Renju. Mayumi hated Iris, and she didn't think well of Lemnis Gate either. And since Renju is the president... Anyway, the weak point is Renju's ex-wife, Shoko. I can't imagine why Mayumi would kill her, and above all else, she would never harm her only son, let alone kill him. Mizuki has the strongest connections with all three victims. Shoko and Renji were her parents, and she was close friends with Iris. She was good friends with Ota too, but that's why I could never believe Mizuki would kill all four of them. Thinking of her as a suspect is ridiculous. Renju and Shoko were connected to the Kumakuras, but there's no connection to Iris. Renju, Shoko, and So. There is a connection between Renju and Shoko through the Kumakuras. But again, I can't see any clear link to Iris. I know Renju and Shoko, and I'm connected to Iris, but I have an alibi. Aside from Shoko, there's no way I could have killed any of them. No. Now that I think about it, Shoko too. I don't remember killing her. My memories from 6 years ago are missing, but I still have my memory of recent events. And if I start doubting myself now...
Date, I can say without a doubt that there is zero possibility you are the new Cyclops killer. I have been working with you for years. I know better than anyone that you are innocent.
I thought it over, boss. Of the people I know, I can't peg any of them as the murderer.
And no leads to pursue?
No.
Then there's only one thing you can do. Continue your investigation. Do whatever it takes to get the culprit, to get justice for the victims.
You're right. Got it, boss.
No, nothing so far.
I checked this place point by point, but didn't find nothing.
This forklift is old. It does not appear to be functional. It has not been moved in some time.
Right here. Iris and Ota were...
I am sure you are already aware of Ota's time of death.
just before I arrived. About 3:30 in the morning.
And the cause of death.
Right, about that. Ota had a stab wound from a kitchen knife in his side.
Correct.
What was the exact cause of death? Was it the knife wound, or...?
I cannot determine that. I can conclude that the knife wound was at least close to being fatal. Even if Ota was still alive on the workbench, he was certainly on the verge of death. If he weren't already extremely weak, we would expect to see more signs of struggle. Iris's estimated time of death and cause of death have been confirmed. The video was not a recording. It was a live stream, filmed in real time.
Which means Iris's time of death is 3:20 a.m.
Iris also had her left eye removed.
Yeah.
And like Renju and Shoko, Iris's left eyeball has not been recovered. There are only a few items on the shelf.
Is this warehouse not in use? But why? Why did the culprit put the costume on Ota?
Unknown. A video camera and laptop. This is what the criminal used to stream. All of these items have been bought from pawn shops and thrift stores. It would be difficult to determine a suspect from them. I have logged into the Wi-Fi in this warehouse. Okiura Fishery Co., Ltd., is listed as the owner. However, I found the password written directly on the router. Anyone who saw it could have used it. I have done some research. As the name suggests, the company is owned by the Okiuras. The same Okiuras we know. Renju's father created the company.
Another connection to Renju.
No, actually. Currently, Okiura Fishery has nothing to do with Renju. The company has been managed by office representatives for the past 17 years after Renju's father died. Renju holds no shares and is not involved in the management. In short, Renju did not inherit the company from his father, and it was instead given to other persons.
But it can't be a coincidence.
It certainly is suspicious. Date, we should get moving. Officers from the local jurisdiction are checking the warehouse thoroughly. We will not find anything of importance here.
Yeah, you're right.
You can ask CSI to inform you if they find anything.
All right.
Date, I have to talk to you about something.
Huh?
About the original Cyclops serial killings.
Why this all of a sudden?
Because I want you to solve this case, Mr. Date. I want you to find who did this and bring them to justice. So, if I can help you, even a little...
Why didn't you say anything at Abyss?
The boss was there. I couldn't speak openly in front of her. So, I decided to meet you here.
All right, let's hear it.
Earlier, I told you that I was completely certain the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes. I am absolutely certain the original Cyclops killer could not have committed these crimes. Let me explain why. I'll start by telling you the identity of the Cyclops killer. Although, it's more accurate to say killers.
More than one?
In the first series of killings, the culprit had an accomplice. One of them was born a murderous psychopath. The other is Rohan Kumakura, the previous chairman of the Kumakuras. They each had a role to play. The murderer committed the homicide, and Rohan removed the eyeball. 18 years ago, Rohan took a woman's eye. She was already dead. He put his finger into her eye socket and gouged it out. The reason why was simple. He was fascinated by women's eyes. Their beauty stimulated his greed and his desire to possess them. He needed to have them, to make them his own. Driven by this instinctive impulse, he took the woman's eye. From then on, he acquired a grotesque obsession with the eyes of dead women. He was very particular about his need that the eye belonged to a deceased woman. But even being the head of a Yakuza gang, there weren't too many opportunities for him to indulge. His deepest, darkest desire went unfulfilled for years. However, he soon met his ideal partner, the aforementioned psychopath. The Cyclops killer would commit the murder, and Rohan would take the eye. Thus, a mutually beneficial relationship was established. This was the origin of the Cyclops serial killings. At about the same time, you were assigned to Abyss. That, I don't know.
The details of the original Cyclops serial killings case have become nebulous over time. Even the official investigation material contains nothing of value. I am unable to draw any conclusions from them.
You really have no idea?
If I did, I would tell you. He was born with a brain dysfunction. Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
Oxytocin is a peptide hormone linked to feelings of love, affection, and trust. It is colloquially referred to as the love hormone. It causes a tranquilizing effect which improves mood and relieves stress. It is normally secreted when the body makes contact with an object of affection, such as an embrace or caress.
I'm sure you know what this implies, but he was unable to feel love in the way that we do. However, he was able to experience a substitute, His brain was wired in such a way that allowed him to feel satisfaction through other means. Due to the unique idiosyncrasies of his brain, he was able to release large amounts of dopamine and endorphins by performing a certain action.
What was it?
Murder.
Dopamine is a hormone linked to the reward system of the brain. The pleasant feeling attained through accomplishment is dopamine. Endorphins are a kind of brain narcotic. They dull pain and create a feeling of happiness.
He got pleasure from killing people?
It's slightly more complicated than that. Killing people was the only way he could get pleasure. He was 12 when he took his first life. That enlightened him to the pleasure of murder, which he would do again and again.
The original Cyclops killer had an accomplice.
There were 2 Cyclops killers.
And one of them was the former chairman of the Kumakuras, Rohan Kumakura.
Rohan committed suicide by jumping to his death 1 year ago.
That means... Pewter, tell me this. One of the original killers is dead, I know that. But that means one remains. Who is he?
After his 4th murder, he was arrested by the police. They actually picked him up on other charges. But, in any case, he is currently serving a life sentence in Fuchu prison.
Fuchu prison?
Yes.
What's his name?
In prison, he doesn't have a name.
Falco?
He is simply called Number 89.
Yep.
Number 89?
I know who killed Shoko Nadami.
So, now you know why I said that the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes. Because one is dead, and the other is behind bars. Neither of them had the opportunity.
This is your fault. I heard from the police because you didn't take care of Iris. My boy Ota got involved.
Date, I looked into the investigation report. Mayumi confirmed Ota's body early this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry. I want to be alone right now. Did you not hear me? I said leave!
Date, let's go. She is in no state to talk.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't see her knife over there. Where's that kitchen knife? You hiding the knife? It was always right there. We're just gonna do this with everyone, I guess.
Mizuki must know about Iris and Ota.
Of course. The news was distributed heavily across the internet, not just in Japan, but worldwide. 3 days ago, Mizuki discovered her mother's body. 2 days ago, her father's. This morning, 2 of her best friends. It is completely understandable that she is at her mental limit.
Can I be left alone for a while?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Aiba, contact Abyss. See if they can get Mizuki a good counselor.
Understood.
Oda was one of my students. I taught him in elementary school. I heard it from the police. Oda tried to help Iris and ended up... I don't know what to say. I have no words. Iris was my everything. We always went everywhere together, whether it was buying clothes or going to the movies, or taking a walk, or going shopping at the supermarket. When she was young, she would just hold one of my fingers. Her hand was too small to hold mine. Then it was 2, then 3. And finally she could hold my hand. But eventually, she left my hands altogether. She started crossing her arms, being independent, even though she needed constant attention growing up. Her memories are a part of this room. And always will be. When she was a baby, she fell off that sofa and cried and cried. One day she tore up her picture book all over the floor here. Another time she drew with crayons all over the window. She painted my portrait on Mother's Day. Scratches on the floor, chipped plates, burn marks on the table, stains on the cushions. Everything you see. It all holds a memory of her, but why?
Hitomi, my entire focus is on this case. Is there anything at all you can tell me?
I don't know if this is important, but...
No, please, tell me.
I may have told you this already. I met Renju's wife Shoko twice before. The first time at the wedding, the second time a month ago. That second time was in the waiting room of the prison.
Prison?
There's an acquaintance of mine from when we were younger. I visit them a few times a year. And by coincidence, I saw Shoko. I don't think she noticed me, but I recognized her as Renju's wife right away. She was there for the same reason I was, to visit one of the inmates.
Do you know who?
No, I don't. We didn't talk.
Which prison?
Fuchu Prison, in Tokyo.
Fuchu.
Prison?
I'm sorry to have bothered you. I'll be going now.
I don't know what to do. Thinking about her. Dante, please, you have to catch them. Please. Please.
I will. Trust me.
Are you okay, honey?
Huh?
About last night. Well, at 3 in the morning, anyway.
You know about it?
It's on every channel. You have the face of a ghost. Do you want a glass?
I don't need a drink. I need information. Do you have anything?
Well, let's see. I do have... I suppose you could call it intuition.
Tell me.
The Kumakuras are involved in this case. Remember what I told you before? That there's a relationship between Ren and the Kumakuras? Shoko also has a relationship with them. You know about her dealings with the Kumakuras, right?
So basically, 2 of the victims are linked to the Kumakuras. That must mean they're involved somehow, right?
Not 2. 3.
3? Iris?
No, not that one. The boy. He came here last night.
Ota?
Yes, from Matsushita Diner. He's linked to the Kumakuras as well. Have you heard the rumor? The Kumakuras own a handful of real estate companies. They of course look legit, but they're Yakuza fronts. I'll call those real estate companies the KE to keep it simple for. The KE followed in So's footsteps. They bought up land in Kawasaki. Now, back to So. Have you heard of the plans for the casino in Kawasaki? So was the one who came up with it.
I was born and raised in Kawasaki. I remember the landscape of my childhood, and I loved it dearly. But look at Kawasaki now. When I see images of the destruction on television, my heart aches like it's being chopped to pieces. But I promise you, I will revive the Kawasaki district at any cost. Casino Town Kawasaki will give new life to the city.
After that, So moved fast. He submitted the bills he needed to the National Assembly after drumming up support in the right places. The bills passed and it became an official government initiative.
Decontamination efforts therefore increased at a rapid pace in the Kawasaki district. At the moment, the area is still considered off limits. However, the air in Kawasaki is currently purified to such an extent that it has no negative effect on the human body.
If the plan goes smoothly, land prices in Kawasaki are going to skyrocket. And all that land is owned by the KE and by So himself. The land he bought back for $1 billion will be worth 10 times that soon.
He's involved in some shady business.
This is just another rumor, but the chemical plant exploding was no accident. It was done intentionally.
By So and the Kumakuras, you mean?
But there's no hard evidence of that. It's just gossip. What were we talking about again?
Ota and the Kumakuras.
Oh, right. You know how Matsushita Diner is close to the Kawasaki district? The chemical plant explosion made times hard. Foot traffic went down, sales declined. No wonder it closed down. Ota must hold a grudge. Someone caused that explosion. And if it was intentional, he'd hate them even more. That's how I link Ota to the Kumakuras.
Thank you, Mama. I don't know if what you told me will lead to anything, but...
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to waste your time.
No, it was very helpful.
I'm glad I can help, even if it's just a little.
Well then, be seeing you.
Come back anytime.
Where did she go?
Well, she isn't always here, correct?
True. What are you doing?
I thought it would be easier to talk like this.
What do we have to talk about?
A summary of the investigation, perhaps?
What summary? We don't have anything new.
That's not true.
Huh?
I was curious, so I did some research about number 89. As you know, he is an assassin with multiple confirmed kills. He is currently serving a sentence at Fuchu Prison. He was imprisoned 6 years ago.
That's what Pewter told us.
After his fourth murder, he was arrested by the police.
Unknown. I cannot determine if they have any connection. Approximately 1 month ago, Hitomi Sagan witnessed Shoko in Fuchu Prison's waiting room. I am unable to say for certain that the person she was there to visit was number 89. After all, Fuchu Prison houses 2,000 inmates.
But number 89 knew Shoko's name.
I know who killed Shoko Nadami.
That must mean that he knew her somehow.
It is possible. Pewter claims that there were 2 culprits behind the original serial killing. One was the former chairman of the Kumakuras, Rohan Kumakura.
But Rohan committed suicide last year.
That leaves 1 culprit still alive, number 89.
But number 89 couldn't possibly have committed these crimes. He was in jail when each of the murders occurred.
Correct. However, I do not believe it is accurate to claim that he had nothing to do with the incident.
I know who killed Shoko Nadami.
If he was telling the truth, his involvement is possible. Unknown.
You don't know?
No such person is listed in the family registry. It is possible he is a foreigner, but his nationality is unknown. However, I believe it is safe to say that he was born and raised in Japan.
Let's talk to number 89.
All right. However, we need not go to him. We can bring him to us. If we plan on syncing with him, it would be more efficient.
Can you arrange that?
I can.
Sorry to interrupt your busy day, but I need you to tell me something. I'd appreciate your cooperation.
Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso is a republic in West Africa. Population 17 million.
I don't have time for your jokes.
Yeah, I guess I do.
About a month ago, Shoko visited Fuchu prison. Was she there to see you?
That's right.
What did you talk about?
Nothing special.
You're in no position to lie.
I'm not lying. She didn't come to hear me talk.
Then why did she come?
To meet me.
Meet you?
She probably just wanted to see me. That's right. I was one of the culprits behind the case 6 years ago. One of the 2 Cyclops killers. Number 89.
Your real name?
I don't remember. A long time ago. I don't remember exactly when.
What's your relationship to her?
A physical one. I'm kidding. She was just a business partner.
All right. Let's get right down to it. 2 days ago, you called Investigation HQ and said, I know who killed Shoko Nadami.
That's right.
Who?
Hey, don't be so hasty. We haven't agreed on a deal. You're gonna let me out of prison, right?
It's done. You've got a deal.
All right. But to explain it properly, I need to tell you a story. It might take some time. Is that all right with you?
I've got nothing but time.
Then let's get started. The story of a lonely assassin. Once upon a time, there was a detective, full of righteous justice. Let's call him F. F found the evils of the world intolerable. F had no parents, no siblings, and grew up in an orphanage since he was born. He suffered every kind of abuse imaginable there. It led him to despise all the evils of the world. One day, F was chasing a thug down at the harbor. Someone wanted for the assault and murder of women.
Okay, I get it. I'll just throw down my knife. Here. You lower your gun. It's fine. I got nothing else on me. I'll go quietly. You know, I have a history with hospitals. I've been going to a special hospital for a while. Even if I get caught, it's all good. I'll come right back out again. What should I do next time? Just thinking about it gets me excited.
The culprit was unarmed, but F never served a day in prison. The case went to trial for some time, but it was determined to be self-defense, and he was declared innocent. If the truth got out, It would be a huge scandal for the police. People at the upper level were terrified of what might happen, so they had evidence fabricated. F wasn't suspended or disciplined at all. After a while, he returned to his job like nothing happened. That was a turning point for him. He was ready to shed the morality that was weighing him down, holding him back. F still wanted justice, and he was willing to dispense it to the immoral one by one. He became an assassin, a lone gunman. No agent, no employer. He was his own man. F believed that he was judge, jury, and executioner, but it didn't last long. One day, F got rid of a criminal we'll call X. X was responsible for defrauding and killing an innocent old man for his life insurance policy. Turns out, X had connections. Someone wasn't happy that he died. Rohan Kumakura, chairman of the Kumakuras. X was a top executive of the Kumakuras at the time. Rohan ordered his men to find and kidnap F.
I've done some research. I know you've cleaned up at least 18 pieces of scum from this earth. But somehow there hasn't been a single criminal investigation. They're all treated as suicides, accidents, or natural causes. Amazing work. I'm impressed. How about you work for us? Of course, you have the right to say no, but it'll be the last word out of your mouth.
F was trapped. Even if he somehow survived, he would be looking over his shoulder for the rest of his life. He had no choice but to take Rohan's offer. Thus, F's self-employment came to an end. He became a hired gun of the Kumakuras. Rohan even gave him a code name, Falco, named for the falcon, a bird of prey. Falco didn't quit his job as a police officer, though. He worked as a detective by day, assassin by night, at the will of the organization. An ordinary killer would need motive to take a life, not Falco. He did as he was told, one target after another. It didn't take long to destroy his heart completely. Time passed, and a few years back, Falco, who by this time was exhausted in body and spirit, made a fatal mistake. He missed his mark and ended up taking a bullet to the stomach. Somehow, he managed to escape. After reaching a nearby shrine, his legs finally gave out under him. He had no strength left. He put his back up against the shrine and let out a moaning breath that he thought might be his last. But at that moment, in his darkening vision, he saw a woman approach him. He watched her take out her phone and dial for help. At the same time, he heard footsteps of at least 2 people closing in. He knew immediately that they were after him. He sprung into action, grabbing the woman and pulling her close, kissing her to keep her from talking. That was the first encounter between Falco and the woman. She was a teacher at some school. It was like she was from a totally different world than him. Listening to her talk, he would forget everything about his line of work. She was his only contact with the ordinary, mundane world. They met in secret a few more times, and Falco felt his heart grow warmer. Her smile and kindness were like a cold glass of water for Falco's parched heart. Falco started to become himself again. His former self. He swore on his life that from then on, he would live for her.
So, you want to go clean? Fine. Do as you please. You've done a lot for us. But there is one last thing. One final job I want you to do for me. It's nothing major. This woman and her daughter. I need you to dispose of them. Should be simple, no?
Rohan handed Falco a picture of a woman and a girl. It was the teacher Falco met at the shrine, and her daughter. She had just turned 12. Why the 2 of them? Rohan, as usual, never gave a reason. And Falco had no intention of carrying out the kill, but if he didn't, he knew that someone else would. He thought long and hard. How was he going to keep them safe and get out of the life of crime? He couldn't find an answer, no matter how hard he thought. He was backed into a corner. So, he decided to call on an old friend for help, and then...
Why did you stop? Was that the whole story? You mentioned a detective. What's the connection between that and Shoko? Hey, answer me.
This is a transaction, remember? Until I get a guarantee that you'll uphold your end of the bargain, I'm not telling you anything else. I'll give you half up front, half later. If you want to hear the rest of my story, you better start the release procedures. Once they've cleared, I'll tell you everything.
Date, it is unlikely that number 89 will uphold his promise.
Pewter.
Yes?
Start the preparations.
For what?
What do you think? The sink.
Injected number 89 with the usual dosage. He will not be waking up anytime soon. Are you ready, Agent Date?
Yeah.
The time limit is 6 minutes.
I know.
Then let's begin.
Sup?
No, not sup. Why are you sleeping on the job?
Because I want to, obviously.
Why are you getting mad at me?
Yeah, this rug feels so good on my skin, yeah.
Why?
Why are you suddenly a cat?
Playtime's over. Let's begin.
Stand up.
Is this the Sagan residence?
It definitely is. But why?
Number 89. What were you up to? What? The green. I do not think I can pass through it.
Really wants to hide it, huh? Okay, new plan.
Somnium scan. Activate. This appears to correspond to the green thing.
Oh god, that green pot.
A switch. But there are thorns around it. A winter iris that blooms in the cold.
I know, I know.
Let's smell it again.
It smells like a typical winter iris.
What does a typical iris smell like?
Elegant and gentle.
Can't you just tell me what it smells like?
I had to search online for a description, but could not find one.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
A winter iris.
Oh, I saw that. I want...
A picture.
Just a picture.
It isn't coming off. It must be integrated into the wall.
Like you.
No.
Like me. And Reka from Tiefblau.
No, not that either. A winter...
No, I don't want it.
A pic...
Fill out.
A winter... A switch. This switch again. Last time we handled it in a different manner.
That was then. This is now.
But there are thorns. You are aware that I am the one who feels the pain.
It's fine. It'll only hurt for a bit, then it'll be better.
Oh, it doesn't hurt. The light has turned on. A phone.
Agent Date, you've got
Should
5
I pick
minutes.
it up?
But...
What the? I fainted.
It's gonna keep carrying it over? Okay.
It won't stop ringing. It stopped. What was that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I guess it worked? There is some kind of liquid pooled on the floor.
Just don't make a mess.
I do not intend to.
Mm-hmm.
This is... wine? I had better drink some more to be sure.
Stop it!
There is some... Jump in, you say.
Jump in, Iba!
You do not have to shout.
Aw. Such disappointment.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know why I listen to you. A book. F does not have parents or siblings. He was raised in an orphanage.
F for Falco?
A book.
You have 3 minutes, Date.
Wow.
Are you sure this will help us uncover number 89's secrets?
It might. We're getting closer.
Are we? I don't think it did.
There is some kind of liquid pooled on the...
Sure. I couldn't jump in, but I could do
It is
this.
surprisingly deep.
Did you find anything?
Well... Oh! There is something.
Cork.
My wine.
That was wine? Looks like sludge.
My wine tastes like sludge.
So you agree it's sludge?
Oh my god, it's gonna...
It's ringing again. What should I do? All right. Who is this? What the?
It's gonna make us ignore it every time.
I lost consciousness.
Yep, it's gonna make us ignore it every time. Well, that sucks.
It stopped. Aren't you curious who was calling?
I am curious, but what if they threaten me for money?
You're a police officer. Have some backbone.
We don't have any time, though.
I suppose we didn't do anything wrong.
At least you didn't faint.
You have less than 2 minutes.
It's already gone.
Date, there's...
Shit.
We'll just do that checkpoint.
There is some...
Did you find anything?
What? There it... What it...
It's
perhaps
not...
Oh wait, that time the phone didn't ring.
a book? Yeah! Are you sure this will help us uncover number 89's secrets?
It might.
You have
It's
3
ringing
minutes,
again.
Date.
See, this time... Okay.
It stopped. Aren't you curious who was calling?
I am curious, but what if they threaten me for money?
You're a police... I suppose we...
At least you...
It's a pot. Steam is... It appears to be some kind of green curry.
Maybe a soybean stew?
It might also be boiled green juice.
Yeah, like a slime.
A turtle ninja could leap out at any moment. It doesn't turn on. Is it broken?
See the phone over there? Call the manufacturer.
Okay. Do you think they make dream house calls?
I do not.
A pot with green... What?
I told you to wear it.
Wear it? Alright, here I go.
Are you okay?
I am fine, actually. In fact, I feel feel as though my defense has risen.
I'm a little worried about your head.
Why? My head is thoroughly protected.
Oh my god.
A floor lamp. Are you sure?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is this okay?
Looks okay.
You have less than 2 minutes. Hurry.
A book. A book. I wonder what these books.
I don't know.
Number 89. A librarian. A book. Here I go. What happened?
Nothing.
What?
What is that?
Oh, the fan is purple.
It's an eye.
Date, what are we going to do?
The game's been telling us to ignore this whole time, so... Aha! Aha! I guess that's ignoring. What are you doing?
A piercing stare.
Yeah, it is.
I passed out when it looked at me.
Okay. Oh, shit.
It left.
Okay. I'm confuzzled.
That eye.
Do you know something about it?
Yes. It was kinda cute.
You are insane.
I mean, I don't have the pot still on top of my head.
What? That's...
Hitomi? It's Hitomi.
Gotta take this one.
What?
Kiss her with the pot on her head!
You...
Ah, perfect.
Like this? But why?
You are like one of my limbs, Aiba.
Yes.
Like an alter ego. An incarnation of me to kiss Hitomi.
Yes.
Then it's like me kissing Hitomi, right?
No.
You sure? Because that was making my heart rate rise. And another part of me, too.
Oh,
Could
God.
it just be only your heart, please? What? A skull.
Well...
Would that not be disrespectful to the dead?
Dead. It's a hunk of calcium.
Oh, sorry about this.
Whose skull was this?
Unknown.
Date, you're out of time.
Well, I'll just use whatever I've got left.
I suppose I will try it. She's hard.
Yeah, me too. Sorry, nothing.
Date.
Shit.
think we've got one retry and then we can start it all over. We'll mess with the book again, because the book's been...
A book?
Yeah, that's a lot of time for the book.
A green book. That seems familiar.
I do not think there is any relation to this.
Alright. Guess it's nothing then.
What?
Date! 30 seconds!
What is this going to accomplish?
We're driving number 89 into a corner.
By tearing a book.
Yeah.
It's been working so far.
I remember how shocked I felt when Mizuki tore up one of the porno mags I was hiding.
Oh no.
That situation was clearly different.
Hey, you're out of time.
I know, man.
I must be malfunctioning. You want me to do what?
Just give it a little kissy.
I am seriously getting tired of your bone fetish.
Nope.
No reaction.
Oh, but that was exciting.
I do not need your report. Date.
Shit.
Nope. It's not the books. It's gotta be something with her or the options of the skull. We'll restart. Now let me use skip.
A switch. I guess it.
Agent Date, you've got 5 minutes.
Are you sure this will help?
It might.
There is some. Number.
You have less than 2 minutes. Hurry.
I guess I... Oh, wait.
A floor. Do you know?
Yes.
It's Hitomi.
Did I get that book to the right of her before? I think so. Yeah, I did.
It's Hitomi. Understood. Hey, Hitomi! No, you.
Could you try it again?
I believe we should try something.
But...
Let it go. This skull reminds me of the one from before.
But didn't that one have a complete skeleton?
There is a small amount of blood flowing from the left eye socket.
What could that mean?
Perhaps it's your head.
What about my head?
Let's break it open and see what's inside. A skull. Hello there. What happened to your body? Are you comfortable being all bones? Oh, I see. You were thin anyway. Say something. I don't want to be the only one talking. Now you're upsetting me.
Humanity finally
She's poking
develops
it.
artificial intelligence, and this is the result.
Date, I will unleash a furious punch onto an object.
Never heard anyone say that before.
A skull?
Less than 1 minute. Hurry!
Yeah, I get it.
A skull? Would that not be disrespectful?
Dead.
Oh, sorry about this.
Let's break everything.
Whose skull?
Unknown. A book.
Wait, what? Oh, I guess I did select something. Alright, let's just break everything then. The skull can be last, that gives me a bad thing.
A green.
I do not.
All right.
A book. What is?
We're driving.
By 10.
Yeah.
That's.
Less than 1
It's
minute.
a ceiling fan.
Is that like a giant desk fan?
A desk fan only moves the air immediately around it, whereas a ceiling fan circulates air in an entire room.
Oh, right.
Headbuds. Well, I guess that's an option too.
A skull.
I feel like there should be something with the skull.
Would that not be
Dead.
Oh, sorry.
Break
about-
everything!
Whose skull?
Unknown.
Alright, breaking everything wasn't the solution.
It's a. It's hit. Where?
Well, maybe her.
Her stomach, right?
Yeah. It's not like I'm touching her.
She's extremely hard. Perhaps due to her being stationary?
What did you say?
That she is stationary?
No, before that.
She's hard?
Hitomi is hard right now. Got it. That's useful information. Let's keep that in mind.
Good going.
Wait, I forgot. What's Hitomi's condition right now? I totally lost it.
Could you stop messing around? Or would you like me to crush you with this vice?
Hey, relax. I was kidding.
Well,
Dante.
shoot. Shh. Is it something with the pot?
A winter eye.
I know.
A picture.
Just a pic.
It's a ceiling.
Is that like a...
A desk fan.
Huh.
Whee.
It's a ceiling. Blow on it. Ah.
Oh.
Oh.
can't interact with it. The books! Tear the books!
A book?
Agreed.
I do not.
All right.
Date, 30 seconds.
What is this?
We're driving number 8.
By tear.
Yeah.
That situation.
It didn't work! Abort! Oh no. I don't know what to do. Is that the pot?
It's a pot. It appears to be.
Maybe a soybean stew?
It might also be.
Yeah, like a...
What is this anyway?
You can tell by tasting it.
I would like to know before I put it in my mouth.
It's green, right? It's gotta be gag.
Wow.
Don't say such things. I'm the one who has to drink it. Fine. I'll have a sip.
Yeah, that's a sip. Alright.
Iba? Hey, Iba! Iba!
Thank you for the delicious soup.
What kind of soup was it?
Elephant.
What did you say?
Elephant. It's a ceiling.
Is that like
A desk fit.
Huh.
Something like. Take this! Ugh! Do not me.
Sorry.
Wait, maybe she can wear the helmet.
Date,
A
30 seconds.
I don't know, just, I guess pick it.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Stop it! You're distracting me! I got one!
Oh.
Aw, right after I pulled it out, too.
Did the green stuff react at all?
Nope. Well, shit.
A pic.
Just a picture.
I don't have a pen. No choice. I must use my blood.
You don't have to go that far.
The color has returned.
Hey, Iba?
I said blood, but it is not the same as human blood. No need to worry. And besides, we are in a dream.
Still, blood? I'd feel better if you used a different word.
For example,
Body fluids?
I do not feel comfortable with that.
Does that do anything?
Date.
Oh, I couldn't look in time. Let's see. Maybe we can throw the bottle in it with the head protection. Whee!
A switch. There is some.
Agent Date, you've got 5 minutes.
Oh shit, I wanted to do the book first, I think. Yep, I wanted to do the book first. Shit. Oh well.
A book?
Oh wait, no I didn't. Because now this one gives me the bad thing. Wine first and then book.
Agent Date,
A book.
you've got 4 minutes.
We'll try this one first. Oh shit, I forgot. Does this lamp give me a bad thing? Oh, no, it doesn't. Alright, let's try this.
You have 3 minutes, Date.
We're gonna put this on.
It's a pot. It appears to.
Maybe a soy.
It might also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
It's perfect.
It's a seal.
Is that like a...
A desk.
Huh.
Something like this. Take this.
You've got protection.
Do not me. Be more careful.
Sorry.
Well, lame.
It's a.
Headbutt it.
Ow.
You've got a pot on your head.
No good, huh?
It's a. Blow on it.
Then it goes the other way.
Huh.
A winter iris that bloomed.
I know.
Hurry.
A picture.
Just a picture.
A book. A book.
Oh, that did it.
Who's that?
What do I do?
If anything tells us anything, it's to ignore it.
Wake up!
What happened? My body is heavy.
Less than 1 minute. Hurry.
No thanks. I don't want any.
Well, that wasn't it either.
What happened?
Date, you're out of time.
Well, I just locked it. Aha! Am I now?
No! Stop!
Stop right there!
Date, this is a serious matter.
Where's boss?
Huh?
Boss, where is she?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since about noon.
Damn it.
Date, listen. Something happened while you were in Somnium.
Huh?
Please stay calm and listen. So Sejima's body was discovered.
Oh.
He was cut into pieces and put inside a vase in his mansion.
God.
That can't be.
The housekeeper found him and reported it to the police.
How'd they find him in the vase? Did he just smell it? It was like, these are his parts.
And one more thing. So was missing his left eye.
You mean the Cyclops killer did it?
Probably, yes.
What is your next move, Date?
We'll deal with So later. Before that, I need to talk to Boss.
I suggest checking her office.
Good idea.
Okay, there's a lot of things in her office, though.
Not here. Where is she? What the hell is going on? What is going on? Hitomi was shot by Rohan Kumakura to protect number 89? Boss. Why was Boss there? Because it was a dream? Was it completely random? No, that can't be. You can't dream of a face you've never seen. Number 89 must know Boss somehow.
There must be a clue under all this mess.
Maybe if you get a high score, you get a clue.
Do you really think that is the case? This isn't an escape room.
Have you always been down here? Maybe you've overheard some of Boss's secrets. Maybe I'll sync with you.
Date, if you don't take this more seriously, I will end you.
Iba, can you hack this PC?
I will try.
Oh, it's so cute! Hacking. Near, near, near.
Unlocked. Logging in. I have recovered some video data. It was uploaded only a few hours ago.
Open it.
That is...
So Sejima. Why? Why? Boss?
Oh no! It's one of these endings. What does this flowchart look like? Oof. Well, we're gonna end it there for tonight then. That was interesting.